Hello everyone, welcome to Kritika Mathur Astrology. Today we are going to discuss about Saturn in the nakshatra of Purvashada. Now if you do not know what is a nakshatra, what is the planet Saturn, what is the zodiac it is in, and all the other information, then please subscribe to my channel, because I am going to bring such deep information about the world of astrology. And also press the bell icon, because only when you press the bell icon you will receive the notification from my channel. So please don't forget to press the bell as well. So today in this video we are going to discuss about Saturn in the nakshatra of Purvashada. So first of all, let's try to understand what exactly is a nakshatra, why is it important to study nakshatra, what is the relevance of it, what is planet Saturn, what is it doing here in this nakshatra. So if you haven't watched my video where I'm discussing about Saturn in the sign of Sagittarius and the conjunction of Saturn and Ketu right now, which is very close, you can please go in the description box and you can watch that video first, or you can watch it right here as well, because once you watch that video this is going to be more clearer to you, because as and when we discuss about nakshatra, we try to understand it through the help of zodiac signs. So nakshatra, what it is basically, when there is a chart there are 12 zodiac signs in it, and let's say there is a planet posited in one sign. So let's say you're an Aries ascendant, which is the easiest example. Let's say you have Sun in the 5th house. So that means that Sun will be in the sign of Leo. So Sun is going to be in the 5th house in the sign of Leo. Now what is it going to be in the nakshatra? So nakshatra is behind the scenes of zodiac signs. So Sun is in Leo. Leo has other nakshatras. So by understanding those nakshatras we will understand what exactly Sun is doing in the 5th house in the sign of Leo in that particular nakshatra, and thus we add on layer by layer by layer. That's why this science is so deep, because after nakshatra it doesn't end over there. We have padas, 1 2 3 4 padas. So this is how it is, but I'm making it simpler for you. We'll go step by step. So Purvashada is a nakshatra, and it is obviously in the sign of Sagittarius, because we all know that Saturn and Ketu right now are conjunct together and they are in the sign of Sagittarius. So Purvashada is in the it falls in the Sagittarius zodiac sign. Now a lot of people do not understand this and they have a lot of questions about this. See, there in our chart we have 12 zodiac signs and planets are transiting in the sky. So Saturn right now is in Sagittarius. So wherever you have Sagittarius in your chart, that is what becomes active right now. Things related to those houses become active, the houses which Saturn rules and where Saturn is posited right now in the transit, which is Sagittarius. So Purvashada is basically a nakshatra. It is ruled by Venus. Okay, and technically, and then it is also in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. So ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter planet. So like we have rulership. So there is a ruler for nakshatra, there is a ruler for zodiac sign. So thus we see that in this particular nakshatra is ruled by Venus. So it has quality of Venus. Then because it is a part of Sagittarius, so it has also quality of Jupiter, because Jupiter planet rules Sagittarius. So when we see that, okay, this is a zodiac, Sun is in, let's say Sun is in Sagittarius. Now in that we have 1 2 3 nakshatra. So which nakshatra it is in? Suppose let's say it's in Purvashada. Then we have to understand what Saturn right now is doing in Purvashada. Saturn is a planet of responsibility, it is a planet of discipline, hard work. It is a karam data. Basically it keeps a record. It's a natural judge. It keeps a record of all the deeds that we are doing, all the karmas that we are accumulating in this life, previous life, next life. So Purvashada is, like I said, it's a part of Sagittarius. It has quality of both Jupiter and Venus, because Venus is a lord of this. Now Venus and Jupiter both are very benefic planets. We see that both of them are very good planets. They are, like, to make it simpler, they are both are good boys, because Jupiter is denotes abundance, it denotes wealth, all the things that are very benefic to us, that are very useful to us, like knowledge. It is our guru. Venus is also our guru, but it is the guru of materialistic things. Jupiter we see is a guru of more like knowledge, spirituality. So both of them, they are gurus of certain things, they denote certain things. So both Venus and Jupiter, both are positive planets. So this zodiac of Sagittarius and this particular nakshatra Purvashada is a very positive nakshatra. Now other qualities are there, like it denotes the comfort, luxuries, living life king size, big life, life full of comfort, life full of the best of the things, the finest of the things, the soft things of life, the finest things of life. This is what it denotes. And it also, because it's spread of positivity, abundance of positivity, it gives us that basically it is the confidence which we have in us. So Purvashada people, the one who are born in Purvashada Nakshatra itself, they are very confident people, they are very positive, they are full of energy, and they want to achieve something in life, because this nakshatra also deals with the aims, ambitions that we have in our lives, the beautiful part of life, that is the comforts, the luxuries, all the wealth, the good things in life, finer things in life, knowledge as well, spirituality as well. Of course, this sounds like it is all the positive nakshatra, but it also has some negative qualities. So the positive is that it is confidence. Negative is that it can turn into overconfidence, because Purvashada also denotes ego. The people born in this nakshatra have very high ego. They become too much confident. They feel that they can conquer the world. They feel that they have all the capabilities, capacity to get whatever they want, whatever ambitions they have, they can go and get it at any cost. And thus it also represents the ego of a person. Like if we go back and analyze, Adolf Hitler had moon in Purvashada. So we can understand from that what it actually donates. The symbolism for this nakshatra, there are three symbols. One is the elephant tusk, which means victory. It is basically a step towards the beginning of something. Purvashada is just a nakshatra which comes after Mula nakshatra. Mula nakshatra is doing research, digging in the roots, doing all the back end job, back end work before we move on to something bigger. So let's say that we have created the base already with Mula nakshatra, because we have researched, because before Saturn was in Mula nakshatra. So we did all the research, we went back to the roots, we got all the material that we needed. Now we are going to Purvashada, where we actually start to do things. This is like after the base on the cake, we are putting icing slowly and steadily. So they are step by step. So now Purvashada means that building up of something. Okay, the tagline says declaration of war, but it's not actually a war. It is something like doing something, beginning of something. So this is what the elephant tusk denotes. Then we also have a hand fan as a symbol of this nakshatra. So hand fan shows that because it's your own hand and you are, it denotes the thing that you are doing it to yourself, which is showing your ego. It is something which is self-afflicted ego. And it also denotes cooling off the aggression which you have, because it is a sign of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. So these people are very aggressive also. Then the third symbol is winnowing basket, which is like distributing things. This meaning which we can take it away is like, this is very judgmental. Nakshatra is like throwing away things which are not needed and keeping the things which you need. So it also shows at some point like there is some kind of judgmental nature of this person. And winnowing basket, actually it also shows fame, because it's through the basket we distribute the things. This is how we present ourselves to the world. So it also denotes the fame. So these three symbols denote the full name Purvashada. Now Saturn, which is a planet of discipline, which is a planet of hard work, it is a Karamdata. It feels comfortable here because it is closer to its own sign of Capricorn, which it will move very the next sign is Capricorn. Now it's in Sagittarius. It's feeling kind of comfortable over here. So all in all, we see here in Purvashada is that a person feels very confident, a person becomes a complete go-getter, and on the negative hand, they may become aggressive or confident, and they can have a lot of ego as well. So if we see for the Aries zodiac, like let's say for example, we are talking about the ascendant of Aries. So for the Aries ascendant people, this is happening in the 9th house. Okay, because they are in Sagittarius, so Sagittarius falls in the 9th house. So over here we can see that you will be traveling a lot, you will have, you may have to travel abroad also for your work. Try to keep good relations with your father, try to engage in conversations with him, do not just ignore him, also listen to him, because Purvashada people have this problem, they don't listen, they do their own thing. They have this habit of getting whatever they want through whichever technique is applicable. So here in this case, I would say do not get overconfident, listen to your father, make travel plans very carefully, don't jump into it. For Taurus ascendant people, we see this is happening in your 8th house, and it's denoting that there are certain changes in the professional life and the career which can come, and there are going to be sudden changes, sudden transformations which can come in your career life, in your professional life. So look out for that. Some things are going to completely change, like for example, you can completely change your job, you can get a new job. So this is something which can happen. The next is for the Gemini ascendant people. This is happening in your 7th house. So for the Gemini ascendant, we can see that you have to control your ego and aggression towards your partner, towards your husband or towards your wife, because in this transit also Mars and Rahu are already together in the sign of Gemini, and here right now we are talking about Sagittarius, Saturn and Ketu. So Mars and Rahu are also looking towards this. So aggression is even more, energy is even more right now. So for Gemini ascendants, you have to be very careful with your aggression, very careful with your ego. Do not try to control your partner, do not take charge of the things, listen to your partner. And this also for your business relationship, this holds true. Next is for the Cancer ascendant. For the Cancer ascendant people, this is actually not a very bad transit. It's happening in your 6th house. You just have to take care of your health a little bit, especially your back and spine area. Actually, I have made a video where I'm talking for Saturn and Ketu together, transiting through all the houses. So you can watch that video as well. This is more about Purvashada Nakshatra. So here for the Cancer ascendants, it's not a bad transit. You are going to get some opportunities at work. The only thing is that you can get a little bit agitated, a little bit egoistic towards work. You will feel like, okay, I can do everything, I don't need to listen to my colleagues, I need to work alone, no need for teamwork, I don't need a team, I can hold everything on my own. So this overconfidence, this ego can let you down. Next, let's talk about Leo ascendant people. So for Leo ascendant, it's happening in your 5th house. So for the 5th house, I would say this is, it's not a very good transit. You will try to thrust your control towards your children. If you are into any love relationship, be very careful, because of you being too much into it, because of you trying to take charge, it will come across as dominance, and this will spoil the relationship. And it's not a very good time for you guys to anyway be in a relationship. But if you already are, then try to control your instincts. Do not get too dominating on your partner. It also shows that certain things related to your children education can get hampered, so some concentration problems for your children can happen. also for you personally, you may feel a little bit irritated and agitated, so because your behavior is also affected during this time. So take care of that. Try to keep a check on your own self, meditate, give time to yourself, and then you will be more like at a balanced position. Next, let's talk about Virgo ascendant people. For Virgo ascendant, it's happening in your 4th house. So for Virgo, it's a transit wherein you may feel like you are having a lot of problems with your family members. So you will feel like you're having constant conflicts, arguments, issues in the family. You'll have like verbal arguments with your mother. Some things like you may decide on something, doing a certain course. Let's say, for example, you want to take certain curriculum or course, and your family will have some kind of obstruction. They'll not agree to it. Then that may lead to that argument that we are talking about. So do not argue with your mother specifically. Give her time, give yourself time. Do not get so agitated. You really need to keep a check on your anger this time. Let's talk about the next one of Libra ascendant. So for the Libra ascendants happening in the 3rd house, it's a good transit for you. You're going to put a lot of effort into everything. You will feel very confident. You will feel very courageous. You will not back down of all the any kind of negative thing. You'll feel, okay, this I can do, that I can do. Let me try all of these things. Let me try whatever I can, do to get what I want, whatever my ambition or goal is. So you will be very positive. You'll be very confident. You will be fearless. You will not have fear this time. You will be very, very courageous. So it's a good time for you. Again, do not cross the thin line between confidence and overconfidence. Let's talk about the next ascendant, which is Scorpio. So for the Scorpio ascendant, it's happening in your 2nd house, and it is not a good transit for you guys. You have to really keep a check on what you're speaking. So your speech will be very harsh, and you will say the wrong things at the wrong time. So what's going to happen is that you may, fall prey to certain unexpected situations. Some situations that you will feel like, okay, it's fine if I speak like this, I don't care. But later on, you will regret it, and you'll have it in the regret for months to come, because this transit is long. You also have to take care of what you eat, because the health again is associated. You may go through some health issues, especially surgeries, so take care of that as well. Next, let's talk about Sagittarius ascendant. So for the Sagittarius ascendant, this is on your head, on the 1st house, Saturn and Ketu. For you, do not take impulsive decisions. Do not jump onto conclusion. Everything around you is going to change, because it's Purvashada. You're going to take a new beginning. You're going to take a leap of faith, and you're going to have a lot of people giving you all sort of ideas. But I would say, do not get too influenced with people. Take your own decision. Take your own time. Have faith on yourself. Have that confidence, and keep moving. But the things are changing everywhere, so do not take it in a negative sense. Do not take it in a demotivating sense. Just go with the flow is what I would say for you. Next is Capricorn ascendant. So for Capricorn ascendant, this is happening in your 12th house. Definitely not a good transit. Actually, for you, it's kind of opposite. You'll not be overconfident, you'll be underconfident. So you may have some problem in your sleep. You may not able to sleep properly. You will have a lot of fears, psychological baggage, a lot of karma that you have to pay, because Saturn again, it's associated with karma and in the 12th house. So you may have to pay karmas of your past life. It's not going to be easy, but it will pass through. And also you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of any kind of legal matter which is going on, because that can go against you as well. So I would just say, keep psychologically fine, meditate, get into spiritual activities. It will help you a lot. Next is Aquarius ascendant. For Aquarius ascendants happening in your 11th house, it's a very good transit for you. It's because your Lagnesh, the Lagan Lord, is going to the 11th. It's a good transit. It's going to give you a lot of fame, prosperity, and if you have already changed the job, which I think during the Mula you would have changed the job, then this time is of more settling down. You know, like you change your job and then you go through orientation, you go through adjustment issues, you go through building up your foundation in the new workplace. So this is more like that. You'll be building up your own thing, and if you haven't got your job already, this time you will get it. It's a good transit for you, and it's also bringing fame, because Purvashada, like I mentioned in the first part of the video, it also represents fame and wealth. So it's a good transit for you. Coming to the last zodiac, which is Pisces. For the Pisces ascendant, it's a very chaotic time actually for the workplace. If you are already you have a job, there may be a switch, there may be a huge transformation. If you do not have a job, then well, it's very hard right now to get one. And also you will be feeling as if you you know, you don't have that much confidence. Some people are blaming you for something that you've not done. Some people are throwing things on you. You have a lot of things to do. The work is going to be much more. There's going to be, you have to do overtime during this time. So there's a lot of work happening, plus you don't get the credit for what you're doing. So right now I would say just relax and take it slow. Do not jump into conclusion, because you will feel like, okay, it's enough, I want to switch my job. Don't do that. It's not the right time. So this is from my side on Purvashada Nakshatra, Saturn transiting through this, and I'm going to be very soon back with another video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you haven't pressed the bell also, because only then you will get notified whenever I post a new video. Apart from this, if you do not know where the planets are, where is your Saturn, what's Purvashada, and all of these details, you can contact me for your personal consultation. All the details are in the description box. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon back again.